celebrate all these shining moments, showing off the talent that he's got.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs, his first look on the ground. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Love out of the shotgun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Pass brought in by Watson. And this play reaches the 35 before he comes to an end. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
And a Packer 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Love with it on 1st down. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing his love on 3rd. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
Complete to Matthew Golden. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Are you kidding me? Really? I'm not kidding me. I swear I'm leaving the city if y'all don't score.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Jacobs! The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that 1st down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's another for it. And he is in this time. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers finish off their opening drive. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Brandon McManus on for the BAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. The throw is there for Alonde Gadsden. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
They motion the tight end over. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. That's a nice quick correction for this run, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go, first down. Tight end going in motion here. Hampton gets it from the pistol. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Herbert from the gun. Finds him over the middle. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Herbert here, third and long. Throwing the out route complete. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being fourth down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They pass on that long field goal. Would have been 55 yards. They're going for this. On fourth down, here's Herbert. Johnson finds the football, complete. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers break the tie here in the first. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Chargers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Packers 7.
Wilson with the return here. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Packers take over.
Packers taking the field now. Their second series of the game coming up. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Love now on 1st and 10. That's complete to Reed out left. Short gain in the end to about the 36-yard line. Cam Hart's up for the tackle that time.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Motion a receiver left. To the air with Love. Throw right side, and Dobbs has it. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Stopped by Deion Henley.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Nickel look by the Chargers here, 3rd down. Quick throw out wide by Love. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
He'll expect more from himself in those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. The Chargers have an early lead. We're back to SoFi right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. They stick with Jacobs. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll give the Packers the first.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Shotgun now for Love. Short pass brought in. And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
On the sneak, it's Love. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up. So the red challenge flag has hit the field. Matt LaFleur wants to see this again.
Previous play is under review.
Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it, I just marvel at it. A bunch of years ago, I got to do and be an official, a side judge for a spring game.
Well, how'd that go?
Not well, because things happen so fast, and I really do. I marvel at more often than not how good these officials are at spotting the ball.
Play. The ruling on the field is reversed.
So upon further review, they get a more favorable spot, and that's enough to give them the first down. Handoff here to Jacobs. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on first down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Going run again with Jacobs. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're in first and goal.
First and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Jacobs will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. We know this gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This is Hassan Haskins now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
They'll start this series with an option left. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Throwing now, Herbert. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
15 yards. And the Chargers first down. First
I'm not Not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
They've got first down here from the 36. Shotgun give to Hampton. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought down by the ball hawk. He was an all-pro last season, Brock. Xavier McKinney.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
It's Hampton on second. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Offense to the line. They're gonna have trips right to start out. Love now, off the play action. Taken in by Dobbs. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively they call that the camera play. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Love from the gun. This is Reed working the right side. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they need to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Motioning the tight end now. Love on 3rd and short. Hits his running back. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
It almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That's caught. Tucker Kraft. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. It's a gain of 22. And it'll give the Packers the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Love out of the shotgun. And he makes the catch on the right sideline, but no. Oh, they call it out of bounds. The throw led him just a little bit too much.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender, and even more so the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
Third and long for him here. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a second quarter lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it, and that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Okay, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Chargers 14.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. Bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton, open the drive. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers tie this game at 21. After tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Packers send receiver Christian Watson ready to go once again. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Plenty of of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Love. Brought in by his back, it's Jacobs. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Another 3 and out.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line.
The Chargers take over.
The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Herbert from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
He was looking Keenan Allen's way there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
J.K. Scott on the punt. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. First call here coming from the shotgun. Love. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Dante Jackson takes it away. And the Chargers are finally stopped on the return. They'll still take over on the edge of the red zone. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And Herbert slides to a stop with enough on that play to move those chains. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down.
Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
Receiver in motion, going left. He'll work against the blitz. Pass it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. From the pocket, looking, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Chargers get some late points and the lead. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good, creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Packers 21.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Packers offense headed out late in the half. With time remaining, let's see if they can get this into field goal range. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
To the air with Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. They stop him after a gain of about 3. Leaves him looking at 4th down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th.
So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hughes.
First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Here's the Packer offense headed out to start the third quarter. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Kicks the handoff, now Love. Throw right side, and Dobbs has it. And he's brought down at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw. It would stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
They go counter, it's Jacobs. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Now Love on the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Green Bay.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Play fake, it's Love. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And he's taken down to 30. A gain of 15 there. And it'll give the Packers the 1st. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd down now, they need 7. Love from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. This will be from 52 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. Hits the 20. Touchdown on an incredible return. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers drive their lead to 11.
35. Packers 24.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. And off to Jacobs to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Play action, Love. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in. Out of bounds.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And downfield, he's got it. That stops. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Love now on 1st and 10. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Quick throw out wide by Love. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Third down, they need 7. Loves to throw again. It's Reed downfield, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Jaden Reed. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They'll run. Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
The ball carrier.
First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up
That
2nd
run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Here's another for him. And this won't get anywhere either. The front held up. Couldn't pick up anything. And now he brings up 3rd and goal from the 2.
When you get stuff like that on a 2nd down run, the focus kind of shifts from getting a 1st down to just giving your punter enough room to get the ball out.
Stopped at the line on 2nd. Need to fight forward 2 more yards here on 3rd and goal. There's Love to throw. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Matt LaFleur with faith in his offense. They're set to try for 2.
The Packers.
Love's going to throw for 2. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and it will not take another 2 off that lead.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Hampton gets the handoff. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
This offense drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Back to Hampton. He dodged the tackle. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that one.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Again, it's Hampton. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They send the tight end in motion. Love out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down, Green Bay.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Throwing the out route complete. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing, getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Love now, off the play action. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. That's one he knows he should have had. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. That's taken at the 15. And that return's going to come to a close as we reach the end of our quarter. All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Chargers football as they try to hang on to a lead in a close game. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. Herbert slides to a stop with enough on that play to move those chains.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Chargers, first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They'll toss it to Hampton. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Into the hands of Gadsden, complete. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. Kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's going to loft one deep to the left. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
And 6 at the 16-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Love. Connects on the crosser. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give the Packers the first.
First down, Packers.
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, Every defense will go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. To the air with Love. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
1st and 10. He keeps it on the option. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses. But not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Back to the line they come. 2nd down. Throwing. It's Love. The throw left side to Watson. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it up 4th down.
Intended for Romeo.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Their punter making his way out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. And that'll hit and get out of bounds. Left some meat on the bone with that one. The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Into the gun. Here's Hampton. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Completed over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. And that one falls incomplete. Oh, would have been a great catch. Still was a great effort. That brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
2nd and 10 now. Herbert. Go left side, put it by Allen. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Running it with Hampton. And get forward about 5 yards, looks like. It's 2nd down now.
Humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. down, and they need to get 10. Looking to throw. Just gets the first and more. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Move the chains. Gotta move them chains. Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Now run with Hampton. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chargers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers lead by 15 now.
Packers 30.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Packers all set to get back out there. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Love from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Love with it on first down. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for him. We've got first and 10. Love now to throw. This is Reed working the right side. And this is down to the 28 before the defense holds it.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Packers facing a 15-point deficit. 2nd and 3 now. Once more, it's Love. Completes this one to Kraft. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's first and 10. Pressure's there, and the Chargers got him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Back to a familiar target. It's Watson. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. The Packers take their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Looking inside the red zone. Looking for, and this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take second and goal now from the 13. Putting a receiver in motion. Love now. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Third and goal, defense in the dime with their backs against the wall. To throw. Rolling left, buying some time.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. The defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's fourth and goal. Desperation time here. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on fourth and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Now a try to keep a sliver of hope alive and make things a one-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the fourth.
The score, Chargers 45, Packers 37.
As we approach the final half minute of play, their comeback hopes resting on recovering this kick. And this kick is covered by the Chargers, and that should suck this game away.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation,
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we can take one more knee and celebrate.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Second quarterback run here. So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player,